hunting or camping much like I do. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the best, but I love the great outdoors and post my skills and fails online to push myself to the test. Scooter night crawlers just may be the worst channel around.
Ooh, Christmas in July. It came. So I broke the shaft on my trolling motor and I had to order a new shaft, so that came. And today's July 4th. I got it yesterday actually, the notification, but I just grabbed it this morning. So today's the 4th of July. It's Christmas in July. Now I'm gonna go out to the farm and try to get it fixed. Lovely. Yikes. It still works. So the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect it and make sure there's no power going to it. This is the power source to this, so that's good. And let's see. I don't necessarily think I need to disconnect this, because once I remove that, I'll just lay this to the side, slide this out, slide that part off the end, and I'll slide this through this right here and right here, and then completely take it off. No big deal. Off the boat, the bracket or whatever you want to call it. And then I can start working on removing the motor. Once I get the head removed, I'll disconnect the electronics from the control panel, I suppose is what you want to call it. And I've done this before on a this one's got spot lock and remote control. The last one I had did not have remote control. So let's keep this fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Some dipshit forgot a Phillips screwdriver, so Chance loaned me a screwdriver, Milwaukee drill, and some drill bits. So anyways, kind of hard to fix stuff when you don't have tools. Anyhow, there's 4 screws here I'm gonna have to remove. I'm not the most mechanical person there ever was, that's for sure. But sometimes I can figure stuff out. I need to watch a video again, probably. I'm not going to want to over tighten these when putting it back together, because I actually did that on the other one and it broke. So I learned a lesson. Thank goodness these are all marketplace trolling motors that I bought. And this one's worked fine until I backed the dang trailer into the boat, and the boat was hooked up to the dock, so that, and the trolling motor was down. The trolling motor was down, and sure enough, I hear some cracking, and I'm like, what the hell, you know? And there was a guy fishing on the dock. He's catching a few bass and stuff, and he was like, man, that didn't sound good. I was like, I know. But I've used the boat like maybe a half a dozen times since then. So it worked just fine up until the other night where it actually broke. This one's, there we go, maybe. Oh, we got it. It might be working. Maybe. It's a 54-inch shaft with a threaded end. That's what the threaded end goes on the motor. And then this, ooh, I didn't think this over. I might have to drill a hole. Oh, I didn't bring a drill. Crap. Hopefully Chance is here and he can loan me a drill and a drill bit if I need one. I'm gonna start removing the head here on my Minnesota Power Drive D2. Once I remove the parts, I'm just gonna lay the parts. I'm gonna lay the parts actually in this foot pedal, which I don't even actually need the foot pedal anymore because this is remote control. That's of course if I get it working again. I want to be careful because there might be some small parts fall out of this, which I hope they don't. I probably should videotape this coming apart. There's one of the screws. I'm gonna put it down here in a tray. Okay. All right, so I'll videotape this just a little bit. Just to make sure. Oh, never mind. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on in there, honestly. Looks like one wire leads down to, basically it leads down to the motor or the electronics or something. So I'll have to disconnect it down there. Right down here. And pull it up through here if I want to remove that. But I don't necessarily need to, I don't really necessarily need to remove this, actually. I don't think I need to remove this. Because what I just need to do I just need to disconnect these two with these nice super duper heavy duty shrink wrap, and I brought my heat gun, so I did remember something. And I got some heat shrink deals over there. There's a little bit of extra wire there, so if I just clip and strip, I should have no problem just to reconnect it. But maybe snip it off in the middle, start at the middle, and try to remove this to see if I can preserve this and that length just in case. But once I snip, remove this, it'll expose like the wire, and then I can untwist it or whatever. However, we're going to go ahead and remove the head. We're going to go ahead and remove the head now. There we go. Pull this through. There we go. Now we're disconnected. Ooh, don't want to lose our screws. There's 4 of them. Let's take those all 4 of them out. I'll take all 4 of them out, put them in the foot pedal tray. All 4 of the screws are in the foot pedal tray. I'm talking while I'm doing this, so it helps me remember. Plus I can go back and watch the video if I pushed record. Anyways, we got the head. Awesome. So far so good. So far so good. So now we're gonna take this little collar off. We need to take that off. Okay. So since I got that off, let's go ahead and slide the collar. Let's slide the new collar on the new thing. Shaft, what it's called, I guess. And let's see, it was probably right about there. It was about halfway down. A little bit longer than 54 inches. Oh well, it'll work. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and try to remove this sucker. It's always kind of hard to kick through here anyways. But look at this shit. Look how bad that was. I don't know if you can see that. See how bad that was? Dang. Like I was sitting, I had my spot lock on or whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden the damn trolling motor just went zoom out of the water, and I was like, what the hell? So it snapped in half and it was just like threw itself out of the water. Kind of crazy. I'm going to try to remove this sucker. I'm going to try to remove this sucker. It's very easy. Because it wasn't very easy to put in there. I might have to hit it. Okay. Hey. The hard part is getting the shaft through this because it's all broke. I need to put it back together. And this is where the other day when I was at the lake and I broke part of the fiberglass off into my palm. This is about where I did it at. So I gotta be careful here. So, all right. Why isn't it? It actually should like it's not gonna. Alright. That's that little bit of shit. Come on. There we go. Take this sucker off. Got it off. Put it with this stuff over here. Trying to keep everything organized. I got 4 bolts for the head, 1 nut and bolt for this shaft to the head, and then this little collar down by the motor. Now I gotta break this loose. I'm gonna go ask Chance if I can borrow a vise possible. Alright guys, so here we got all that shit we gotta get out of there, hopefully without messing up the threads. Also, there's a little water in here, I think. There's some water in here. See that dripping out there? That's kind of crazy. All right. So now, it's probably about 20 pounds or so. And I just dropped it on my toe that I just broke the nail off of not too long ago. Just dropped it on my toe. Nice. Gonna trim it out with this, I think. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, who knows. I've never done this before. Oh yeah, that might work. I'm gonna make a freaking mess. I'm gonna make a mess. I don't want to fuck up the wires, that's for sure. So this fiberglass is fibrous. So the fibers run up and down the length of the shaft, and it's kind of separating somewhat simply, easily. I like this song. I don't know the words, but I like it. On my shorts anymore. Which I'm probably not going to accomplish. Feeding this wires up here. Pull badge. All right. As far as I can go. It feels tight. Alright. Let's see what happens. Cleaned it up with my finger. I should have kept the damn glove on. Duh. Collar back on. Put that collar back on. I'll paint that white caulking ceiling later after it dries. I'm not worried about it for now. Now I gotta put the connectors together and the head back on. Nope, that's got it. Just don't go on yet. Just don't go on yet. This goes on next. There. Now I'll put this. I see what this little collar thing does now. Basically, this little collar thing, when you unlock and lock it down, it grabs onto that, so you can adjust it up and down and then tighten it down. So I just learned something just by looking at it. All right, and then we're gonna put it's got this little groove on it. And there's a groove. There's actually a groove right here. So when this slides down, must be how it actually steers the boat. It kind of locks in place. It also adjusts your height of how deep you want your trolling motor. Anyways, I'm gonna go about halfway for now. Halfway for now. Pretty sweet. Now we're getting ready to put the head back together. Put the head back together. now guys, all we got left is to put the head back on top. Feed the wires through. Let me think of this. Let me think. Yeah, feed the wires through the burn right here. Put that on there like that. Push it all the way down. There's some little grooves that it kind of snaps into place, at least the height of it. If you want to get it straight with that, that'd be good. Oh God. Don't want to hit myself in the face. So now, remember with these little dealy boppers? I have some heat shrink deals I can probably put on there. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's heat these up a little bit. Gotta watch what I'm doing so I don't melt the wires. This is the double. I already put like a smaller heat shrink on there. I'm just doubling it up to make it stronger. Potentially, allegedly. Number one. Yeah. Then make sure you get it evenly all the way around. This little spot right here, I might pinch the end. Pinch the end there. See how I pinched it? Kind of stuck it together. Right there. Sometimes when they don't go together, I pinch the end to kind of seal it. Help seal it. All right. Let that cool down. Okay. All right. The moment of truth, guys. Hey. Turns right. Turns left. Turns all the way around. Nice. We're gonna put the motor on. We'll start out with one. Ha ha! Ha ha! You're not gonna believe this. Scooter did it. He did it. He did it again, folks. He didn't mess it up. There you go. You put the rabbit on. See how fast that sucker goes? Meow. Put the anchor on. Anchor doesn't seem to be working. Hopefully that all works. That all works. The only thing that's not working is the anchor. I wonder if there's a way I have to pair the, because I unplugged the batteries and everything. I wonder if I have to reset it somehow. digital. All the batteries are engaged. I don't know what else to do here. Ow, my back. Ow, my back. It says learn. What does that mean? I'm gonna have to. I got the new shaft put on. Looks good. The motor works. The turning works. The only thing that's having an issue is the actual spot lock anchor. So it might have to be in water for that. I'm not for sure. We'll have to figure that out. I might have to look it up on YouTube and ask Google or whatever if I need to like pair it somehow together with the remote control. But you can see it's working. Speed's all working and everything. The only thing that wasn't working, I don't know what the deal is. The anchor is not showing the option for the anchor. I'll have to figure that out. What is this? This is an iPilot remote control, and I have a Minn Kota iPilot, Minn Kota Power Drive V2. There, off. Okay, good. In other words, like, share, and subscribe, please.